Hello everybody, this is Dan, aka Entertainmentwf. I thought I would discuss something. Just something on my mind. What is an extremist? That is my question here today. How would you define an extremist, say in the religious sense? Isn't that a relative point of view? Versus, say, a universal point of view, we're saying, okay, these guys are the guys who don't believe our set of systems. Versus, I don't know, everybody's equally believing in crazy stuff, so we might as well say they're all extremists here. Anyway, my point of view is that there is no such thing as an extremist in the religious sense. Considering if you think about it in the religious sense, every single thing is equally crazy. Crazy in the sense that it's open to debate. It's opinion-based and it's openly interpretation of dogmas or tenets or belief systems, which is all about how religion works, and has all the crazy aspects of God in there merged in, or gods. Anyway, what is an extremist then? If they're all opinion-based, you can't just say, okay, these guys are all following the same thing versus these guys. Well, think of it like this. Say I took out a poem and read the poem to you. Wouldn't you agree that there's more than one way of interpreting that one poem? Maybe the author had an intention of getting something across, but somebody can easily read one thing and interpret it as another, versus, say, another person interpreting another case. Wouldn't you agree that that has some sort of justification to what an issue that is being raised here? You always hear about on the news, you hear about the extremists that doing this, they're doing that, and how they're not a part of everybody else's business. Yet the thing is, think of it like this. There's just one way of interpreting something, because it's all opinion-based. Gotta remember, it's opinion-based. Because there's no scientific evidence here, and it's just stuff humans in their brain cooked up in hallucinations. Or just early attempts at understanding the world. Because that's basically what religion is. It's the early interpretations of how things worked. So they just gave it some abstract understanding called X. And no real rationality to it. But that's the key of why this stuff is dangerous, is that anybody can be extremist by the same definition, since all you have to do is say, okay, this is the established belief system based on some perspective or relative view. Say, like, let's take some extremist Christian evangelicals versus, say, the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese, for example. These are two very different sets of beliefs, but each one will call each other something very nasty. But the fact that they have the same more conceptual belief in some deity that branches into the same thing. Same belief systems, just different interpretations. Obviously, one's newer than the other. One follows an older doctrine versus one that's reformed from that one. But that's the key that is a little bit hard to distinguish, but it's very important to realize, is that there's no such thing as an extremist. Unless you have some sort of factual basis on it. Like, you have no evidence or ways of conceptualizing an established thing, saying, okay, it's this thing, not that thing, then there's no solid base for it. Therefore, everybody's an extremist in that sense, in the religious sense, if they have a religious view. Myself, I don't, because I follow the rational view of the humanist. But do the religious people think about that? You're an extremist by the same logic. Think about it. Have a beautiful day.